A very happy morning to all of you kids. Kids, today in this video we are going to revise with the chapter Separation of Substances. So students, firstly we need to understand that why we need to separate the substances. It is because the every matter means every substance around us exists in two forms. One is pure and other is mixtures. If any substance exists in the pure form, then it need not to be separated because it is already existing in its pure form. But if we talk about mixtures, then in mixtures the substance is present with some other compound. Okay, and we might need only one compound out of those 2 or 3 or 4 compounds. So in that case we need to separate. Okay, so why there is a need of separation? There may be these 3 possible reasons that why we need the separation process. Firstly, to obtain a pure substance, or to remove the harmful substances, means to remove such impurities which are not good for us. Okay, and to separate one component, like there are more than one components present, but I need just one type of component. In those cases, I need the separation process. We oftenly in our daily life use the separation processes in the kitchen, at home, in the playground, even in the studies. We use the separation processes. Okay, so now let us do some of the separation processes, and these separation processes, the type or the way that we use to separate fairly depends on the type of solution we have or the type of component we want to take off. Now firstly, if you want to separate a solid from a solid, okay, then what process you can use? The first is threshing. Threshing is used whenever we want to separate grains from the stalks. Okay, these are oftenly done by farmers using the threshers or the combines. Fine. Then the second is winnowing. Winnowing is the process of separation of again the grains from the chaff with the help of wind. Then the third is hand picking. Hand picking we oftenly use when the amount of the solution to be separated or is very less, or you can say the impurities are easily identifiable. We can easily identify the impurity. So we can just pick them with the hand and we can just separate them. Then the third is magnetic separation. Magnetic separation technique is used when the impurity or the substance to be separated, either of the two is magnetic, means which can be attracted by a magnet. Like if you want to separate iron particles from the sand. Okay, you must have seen the some people, they are having some kind of rod in their hand and they are moving on the road. So actually what do they have? They have a magnet attached to that road, and when they just just slide it across the rod, then the small iron pieces which may cause the puncture of your tires, they got stick to those magnet pieces. So that is also a process of magnetic separation. Then the last is sieving. Sieving is done on the basis of the size of the particle. This is done in the common kitchen life also. Like in the kitchen also, your mother used to sieve tea, used to sieve flour. So for all these, like in this, the particles are separated on the basis of the size. Then the next is if you want to separate a solid from a liquid. Now, if you want to separate a solid from a liquid, firstly, the thing that should come in your mind is that whether that solid has been dissolved in the liquid or it is not dissolved. Like if it gets dissolved, we say that the solid is soluble in the liquid, then we can use the process of evaporation and condensation. Okay, in evaporation, the substance which can be evaporated, suppose you are having sugar in water. So if you evaporate it, then the water will be evaporated and sugar will remain in the flask. Then those evaporated water that has converted means the water into the water vapors. So those water vapors can be condensed back and can be collected in other vessel. Then if your solid is insoluble, then we can use these 3, like filtration, sedimentation and then decantation. This sedimentation and decantation are basically the 2 steps of one process only. So in the filtration, we use a filter paper and a funnel, and we just allow the solution to pass through the filter paper. The insoluble solid substance, it remains in the filter paper as a residue, and the liquid part, it is taken out in the another beaker as filtrate. Okay, then we have sedimentation and decantation. Sedimentation is the settling down of heavy impurities when allowed to settle down, And decantation is like after sedimentation, when the clear liquid it comes at the top, then pouring that clear liquid into the another container. That is decantation. Then if you want to separate a liquid from a liquid, then again the type of separation process used depends on whether your liquid, both of the liquids are miscible or they are immiscible. If both of the liquids are completely miscible in each other, then we use the process of distillation. This process of distillation is based on the difference in the boiling point, because all the liquids, you can take n number of liquids, then they may be similar in the color, in the appearance, in the density, in the thickness, in the viscosity, but they all will be having the different boiling point. Okay, so distillation is the process of separation of liquids on the basis of their difference in the boiling point. Okay, and what is boiling point? I told you it is the temperature at which a liquid starts boiling. Okay, then we have the immiscible liquids. If we have immiscible liquids like oil and water, if you want to separate oil and water, they don't get mixed in each other, है ना? But if you want to separate it properly, then for that you can say a special apparatus is there, that is a separating funnel. Okay, and this just work on the principle of pressure and on the principle of variable densities. Okay, so layer of oil will be formed at the top and water will be collected at the bottom, and thereby you can separate it. So in this way we have the variable separation processes depending on the type of substance we have. So I hope students that this whole chapter is understood to you. Thank you. Have a nice day.